Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is eddyDrake. I'm out here in the KIIS FM studios with the only Kip Force.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, so first off, I want to say, do I call you Kip or Ms. Blonde Baller? What am I going to call you today?
You can just call me Kip.
Kip. Yes, I love it. It's easier. Anything shorter is just much easier for me. And you can call me Eddie. Okay. Or Sexy, or I'm just playing. Eddie would do. So, okay, so obviously we know your background. We know the reality TV show. We know you used to ball.
Yes.
We know that you're a country girl, right?
I am.
Small town. Mm-hmm. Where are you from?
Homosassa, Florida.
If you guys could spell that, power to you guys. Other than that, we also have, you lived in Fullerton. Mm-hmm. So you're Orange County, pretty much.
Yes.
Orange County.
Yes.
I'll give you that. I'm actually moving out there, so I'm excited from going from.
Be.
Oh. I'm excited, right? So one thing is, I'm gonna be honest. I was going through Twitter and I actually ran into one of your pictures where I guess you know one of my mutual friends.
Who?
Brandon.
Brandon.
Shout out Brandon.
Asian Eyes?
Asian Eyes, Mr. Rich Club. Shout out to the Rich Club kids too, man. So I saw it and I was like, wait, she looks familiar. And then all of a sudden,
you saw me biting his hand?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my bad.
but the one thing is, I looked into it, I was like, wait, she looks familiar. And all of a sudden I get an email saying Ms. Kip Force releasing a book.
Yes.
And that's where I was like, somehow this little social network thing called Twitter, it puts everybody together, you know? So let's get into it, all right? We got a book coming out.
Yes.
Right? You want to introduce a little bit about it?
It's it's Behind Reality TV, Industry 101. And this is my book. It's going to be in Barnes & Nobles, Amazon.com, Kindle, Google, and then different bookstores in California. Okay.
So is there any specific chapters are we looking for where, like, anybody looking for pictures in here?
There's no pictures.
So, guys,
there's no pictures.
There's secret pictures in the middle, so you have to read to the middle, guys. All right, I'm saying?
If you want pictures, you know, I'll be in Hustler in September. I already shot it.
Exclusive. I got it first. Hustler. There you go. So we're looking forward to that. But make sure you guys read it, man. It's a lot of reality. What can we expect from this book?
You can expect juicy secrets. I tell you, basically take you behind the scenes. I tell you how to get casted. I tell you if you want to go on a reality show, how to ace your interview. I talk about where cameras are positioned, a day in the life of the actual show, not what you see. I tell you about days off from the show. You have no electronics. You have no TV, no camera, no television. Phone calls are recorded. You don't have anything to do in the house but drink and yell at each other. And I just take you behind scenes, everything you want to know, sex, everything. I tell everything.
Now that alone, for me, it already sounds like a good time. So how does the process of actually, I guess, one of your chapters is going to be about getting casted.
Yes.
How does that go about in your life? I mean, you said country girl, then Fullerton. How is it for you actually getting casted into a reality show?
I was actually graduating from Cal State Fullerton, going into law school, and I just realized I had talked to one of my friends about how boring my life was. So I wanted to get into something that I could tell my kids about.
Obviously, in the reality show, you don't want to leave who you really are. All right? We have the whole blonde baller thing going, and then basketball obviously was a big thing, right?
Yes.
So how much of that would we look for in this? Is it just industry, or is it part of your story too?
It talks about behind reality TV as far as the casting process to any reality show, no matter what you're on. And then it also compares and contrasts. I was on I Love Money, so I compare and contrast that to Real Chance of Love. And then I also tell you about my life after, how friends popped up, friends go away. You know how that is. Friends pop up, friends go away. I talk about how my family felt. I talk about how people think you get off TV or even on the radio and you just have all this money. And I talk about bookings and, you know, how reality stars turn to like porn and things like that. But then you have to. That's my next step. That's how girls make money.
Modeling agencies, look for me, you know.
And that's also something I talk about in the book. I tell you how to get into the modeling and acting. That's why it says Industry 101. I tell you how to get into modeling and acting with nothing out of your pocket. I tell you that nobody should ask you to sign up for a modeling. Nobody should take a % from you. You shouldn't have to send naked photos to do, you know, music video castings or to get into a modeling agency. I tell people exactly you need to be on IMDb and all the things that you need to do in order to successfully set you up as far as social networking sites, managers, bookings, things like that.
So I heard my next step should be Model Mayhem.
I put that in there. Time for print. Put your images into a...
Do you think I'm capable of Mr. Model Mayhem?
You could do it.
Oh, don't lie to me. Okay. So in other words, you're taking us step by step. You're taking us from the beginning to the end.
Exactly.
From country.
Yep.
To city, which obviously you're not too excited about, which I shouldn't be too either. Into the city, Hollywood.
Yes.
That's what it is all about.
And I also talk about dating. I've dated, you know, various people, rappers, actors, athletes. Of course, I don't give names. I give references. Me too. And I just talk about how, you know, they can take you and either want you on, if they have a low name, they want to use your name to get higher, or if they have a high name, they want to just have you on their arm as a trophy, or, you know, just basically have sex or whatever they can do. And so I talk about how the industry is. You know, when you get into the industry, it just becomes a different world.
It just swallows you.
It does. It really does. It's a completely different world.
It's one of those things where you have friends and you have your life, and all of a sudden you have 1 million followers on Twitter, and you're like, what do I do with this? Like, where are my friends? I can't even read their tweets anymore.
But it's not even like that. I talk about how when you you go into a club and maybe you're DJing or doing something, it's work. When you used to go and you used to say, hey, I'm going to the club, we're all going out and we're going to have fun, and now you're like, this is work.
Yeah, like we're supposed to get paid to drink now. Like we're supposed to be a fool. No, let's be honest though.
No, but it gets boring when people are like, can you get us in the club? Can you get us some free drinks? And it's no longer fun.
It's the free. It's that free word. It's like we worked our butts off to get to where we're supposed to have.
Exactly.
To have what we really want.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden everybody's like,
it's true.
Hook it up. Hook it up.
And you have a lot more friends than you ever thought.
Exactly. And then not only that, but sometimes you gotta be careful with which friends. Because even though it's Hollywood, you can't trust all of Hollywood.
I say that. I say friends who've always been there, friends who come to pop bottles, and then I talk about friends who get jealous and leave. I address everything in this book that you can imagine.
And obviously we're going to be those friends. We're just friends, right? That's what it is. We're going to be playing ball next Wednesday, guys. Follow us. You know what I'm saying? There it is. There it is. You know, so make sure you guys follow us. But at the same time, you're making an effort now. Now you're going to the next one where you're writing. You're telling us what to do. You're helping us in society say like.
Well, I've just been scammed in this industry. I've done the manager that makes you pay. I've done the modeling agency that makes you pay. I've done all the wrong things. I've done the promoters who book you and don't pay you and you don't have a contract, and I've done everything as far as getting on reality shows and not knowing that they're going to edit you harshly. And I want to tell people, when you get off, here's a how-to guide to do this industry and know about dating, life after, how your family, how your friends are going to be, like money-wise, everything. I want people to know exactly what it is.
Okay. And it's beneficial. This is something everybody in the industry knows to have, because even if you just want to shoot for the modeling thing, if you want to shoot for the artist thing, if you just want to know what the life is about, this is what they need to do. This is what they need to read. So when does it come out? Tell us this. May 31st, which is just a couple days from now.
Yes.
That means you guys can have, your book club ready, have your drinks, go pop bottles the night before to celebrate the opening of it. And you said we could...
We'll be at my studio on Wednesday. Come through.
You got that?
My book release party, my studio Wednesday.
But the friends that don't ask about the freebies, the guys that want to say, hey, I'm going to go support her.
I'm going to walk around the club with no drink in my hand so nobody can take it from me or want it.
So she'll walk with no drinks, I'll walk around with no shirt. We'll make it even, okay? All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to party.
And I also have a clothing line coming out, Reality Vixen. It has real sayings on the shirts, like 3 F's, if you're not feeding me or financing me, then you can off, pretty much. Stuff like that. You can catch those shirts.
I'm gonna be coming up with one that just says no ratchets.
Actually, I have one that says 2:30 a.m. Where's my ratchets at?
I gotta wear that for the club.
I will say, make sure we send him one when it comes out. We'll make sure.
Please, I'm gonna be waiting for it. So make sure you guys keep a lookout. Any juicy details? Like, the secret details you want to tell us about this book, or is it something we have to read just to find out? Like.
You're going to have to read to find out. You're going to have to read to find out. But it's everything that you wanted to know about these girls, how I feel about these girls, if I felt like, there was strippers, there was people having sex. Okay, so other than that, tell us how we're going to follow you. We're going to know everything about you. So we have the book, Twitter, hit up Facebook. How else are we going to know you? You can follow me on Twitter at Kip Force. Facebook /Kip Force, and www.therealkipforce.com, which will have links to where you can buy my book, as far as the publisher, Amazon.com, Kindle, Google, and bookstores that it will be in. It's an easy read, and it just lets you know everything just exactly how I'd say it. Okay, so it's The Real Kip Force. Yes. This is what it is. So it's the real person telling us exactly how real this industry is going to be. So make sure you guys catch it. May 31st. We're partying all weekend and the day before. So make sure you guys catch us. Follow us on Twitter at eddyDrake, at Kip Force. Facebook us. Do all that. Make sure you guys get us, okay? This is 127 KIIS FM. Any last words? Nope. Just go ahead and follow me, get my book, and just come party with us on Wednesday. There you go, guys.